gonna start a new series called A Weird Kid Rants, where a weird kid rants. The thing that I'll be ranting about today is physics and how many stories, like movies and books and things, lack it. To start off with, a spicy one. Said spicy scene will be the scene in one of the Superman movies where Superman spins around the Earth, causing it to spin backwards, thus turning back time. You probably already know what's wrong with this one. Doing this one because in the middle of the summer, I'm going to be doing this a lot. In the middle of the summer, I was arguing with my uncle and cousins about which superhero is superior. And my uncle's argument, one of the things that I was trying to prove that Superman was better than Flash or Quicksilver, I love Quicksilver, was this particular scene. He said that to try to prove that Superman was better. My counter-argument was that doesn't obey the laws of physics. Uncle, if you were to slow down and eventually stop the motion of the Earth, thanks to the laws of inertia, everyone and everything on the planet would move 800 miles per hour east. Which, for all living creatures on Earth would mean death. You couldn't save a life, but you could cause mass extinction, Superman. Good job! Also, this one's pretty clear. The motion of the Earth isn't connected to the motion of time, unless the Earth is like this celestial being that controls the universe. And if it were to stop moving, so would everything in existence. I'm okay, don't worry. Also, the only way for Superman to actually be able to cause any effect to the Earth's motion is, I think, if he were to be in the atmosphere. But to do that, he would have to be going very, very quickly, because it doesn't matter how strong you are, you don't have that much of a mass. To go this quickly, how quickly would he have to go? Light takes, I think, 7 seconds to move all the way around the Earth and back, if you were to somehow curve it all the way around the Earth and back. At top speed, I'm relatively sure that it took him half a second and less, let's say a fourth of a second, to go around, which would mean that he is going 24 times faster than the speed of light. Than the speed of freaking light. Nothing can go faster than light, let alone the speed of light at all. Because the quicker you go, the heavier the relative weight of you compared to the thing moving you is, I guess. There is an effect that makes it so that the quicker you go, the slower time goes for you compared to anyone else. An example of this, if you and a friend, I got this example from the game theorists, by the way, if you're wondering. If you and a friend are sitting on the couch and your friend forces you to go get a soda, the amount of, and let's say it takes 10 seconds to go to the mini fridge that's sitting half a yard away from you two. It would take your friend 10 minutes, but it would take you 9.99999999999 and so on, 0.2, I think, minutes. While you can't use this effect to make yourself live forever, this does become a lot more effective. This effect becomes a lot more effective the quicker you go. Which means that if Superman, even if he were to turn time back, even if Earth were this celestial being that controls time, and he turned time back, there would also be the effect of him going forward in time, meaning that he would be several frickin' decades past the death of what's-her-name. So even if somehow you turn back time, you'd still be late, and you'd never be able to go back unless you try to turn Earth back around again, meaning that you would be several decades more in the future. It never happens! And now for a story that I actually like. I'm going to be complaining about A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Anyway, holy frick, the phone fell! The thing I'm going to be ranting about for this is the Heart of Gold's ability to travel across the frickin' galaxy in less than a second. Let's say half of a second. Actually, I think it took travel the entire frickin' galaxy in 29 seconds. It takes light 100 million years to cross the Milky Way. 100 million years. This phone hates me. To cross the Milky Way. Takes the Heart of Gold 29 seconds. Apparently, 100 million years is equal to 3.156 E, it's not focusing, is equal to 3.156 E plus 15. I don't know what that means, but it is a freaking lot. 31,536,000 seconds in 1 year. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but apparently there's a Wikipedia entry for calculator. I don't know if the last cut, which I had to delete, said that. Here you go. An electronic calculator is typically a portable electronic device used to perform the number of seconds in a year divided by 29, the number of seconds it takes the Heart of Gold to travel all the way across the galaxy, is 1,087,448 and 28 hundredths. That would be how many times faster? Hold on. That is just the time between the Heart of Gold going across the galaxy and light going 1 light year. Let's multiply this by 100,000, 100 million. 108,744,828,000,000 times faster than the speed of light. Superman may be going a few decades in the future. Arthur Dent, Ford Prefect, Zaphod Beeblebox, and Trillion would have been going several million, if not billion, if not more, I think, years in the future. At this speed, that would mean, spoiler alert, if you do not want to get the book spoiled for yourself, I suggest you skip to whatever time editor Nico will put on the screen right about now. If they were to travel that many years in the future, that would give enough time for the people on Magrathea and the mice to build several new Earth computers that would all have been able to calculate the question to the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, aka 42. They would have been able to make several Earths that would have all found that answer, found that question. The next thing I'll be ranting about is a Pixar short called La Luna. If you do not go on YouTube and watch it right now, you will have no clue what I'm talking about. So go on YouTube and watch La Luna right now. Are you back? No? Are you back now? Great. Okay, let me just state everything wrong right here, right now. If the moon were that close to the frickin' Earth, it would be crashing and murdering everyone. There's no way that that massive ladder should fit in that frickin' boat. There's no way that a ladder should be going up all the way to the frickin' moon, unless, once again, the moon were to be crashing into the Earth. The moon is a lot smaller than it should be. The Earth looks a lot more curved than it should be. No, there are not a bunch of tiny little frickin' cartoon-looking stars on the moon. If that massive star were to crash onto the moon, not only would it destroy that tiny rock, but it would probably kill the people that are going on it. The only way, if that moon were to be orbiting the Earth, that would mean that the Earth's atmosphere would have to be incredibly low for that thing to have no resistance. Meaning that those people should be suffocating on the frickin' Earth right now. There's no way that that moon actually has a frickin' atmosphere. There's no way that that tiny rock actually has a frickin' gravity. Do I have it all? Oh yeah, when they sweep away all the stars, just making it look like it's a crescent moon, the only way to have the effect of there's no light in that bit, that means that makes it look like it doesn't exist. The only way for that to actually work is if the moon is several frickin' 1,000 miles away from the Earth. How many? I don't know. I might put it on the screen. I think several tens of thousands of miles away from the Earth. This is only maybe 20 feet, maybe at least 4 stories up. I forgot that if this moon is supposedly orbiting the Earth, how the crap is it not moving? If it were moving, then that ladder would be chopped off by the frickin' moon's motion. But it's not moving, which means that it's crashing very flippin' slowly, because the Earth also has no gravity. That little boy might have been probably not torn in half, but maybe just floating, unless the Earth's gravity was low enough that 40 feet up, its gravity has no effect, which is a no. Still recording? Why am I doing this? I have become MatPat rolled up with the Mythbusters rolled up with CinemaSins. And I hope you like it. Like and subscribe.